Figure out which camera. Figure out who to look at.
We're back.
We're back.
That was like the longest summer vacation.
Well, you stopped going to Abu Dhabi with all your rich people money.
I will never stop going to Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi doesn't seem like a real place.
It like Albuquerque for a while wasn't real. It's just in Bugs Bunny cartoons.
Kalamazoo, right?
Yeah.
These aren't real.
No.
We just started saying sounds and then landed them.
Mm-hmm.
Abu Dhabi.
Be careful because you're going to end up treading on some like native language. And there's going to be a people group that are very upset with you.
Listen,
more than they are now already.
The sidekick in Aladdin's name was Abu. I take that word very seriously.
You're right.
I don't joke about that at all.
Right. And the character in The Simpsons is named Apu.
Now, that one is not good to talk about. Because Simpsons is a bad show that kids aren't allowed to watch.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Because I'm in first grade again.
Says, eat my shorts. And it's very offensive.
I love when that was a thing.
What does it mean?
You want to know what it means?
Eat my shorts, salute your shorts. There was a while we were just landing like disses and negative phrases on shorts.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't really get it. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you had a great summer. I didn't really go to Abu Dhabi. I went to Georgia, just north of Florida. That's as far as I went.
That's wild.
Where did you go, Tim?
I went to Maine. I went to hang out with Martha at her vineyard.
You're such a Martha. I've always said that about you.
I did not go to Martha's Vineyard, but it wouldn't matter. Like, I don't know what you do there unless you're like actually summering there.
Is there a working vineyard at Martha's Vineyard?
I don't know.
I don't see Martha's wine in stores.
It's not for you.
You
can't afford Martha's wine.
There's a whole other section of the grocery store I haven't even ever been to.
They don't sell that wine at grocery stores. That's my point. Not your grocery stores, at least. They don't sell it at Aldi.
How dare you?
Sicko.
I'm a Costco shopper. So if it came from Kirkland's Vineyard, I would have seen it. This is a new Bible's Funny studio.
Yeah, we got a new setup. I like this.
We got a shout out to Rach, my wife. She helped get everything set up. Shouts out, as always, to Rob Hubbard, who without whom we would not be standing here today. We stand on the shoulders of Rob Hubbard every day. And he is gracious to carry us.
It's true.
So that we can see in the parade of life.
Yeah, I'm happy to stand on shoulders. I'm happy to just cling, to sit, to grasp like a little koala bear.
That's who we are. And now we have a whole new studio space. We have new cameras. For the last two podcasts, Tim was not visible. It looked like I was talking to myself. A lot of people in the comments had funny things to say. But we're all back now.
Everybody's back.
We have working stuff. We have a new studio space. We're pumped to be back with you. And it's great times here at Bible is Funny. Actually, as we record this, just a few days ago, we got to meet with our friends from Ninjas or Butterflies to play in the live show.
Yeah.
And it's going to be so fun.
Epic.
I hope what's that?
Epic
show. I hope you can check it out. You can go to floridatorta.com, put that in the show notes. We're going to Jacksonville. We're going to Orlando, and we're going to Tampa. Not in that order. So come check it out. Florida Torta. Also, Bible is Funny Card Game Volume 2 is out. It's in the world. Thank you to everybody that bought it and sent me pictures of you playing it and left a review. That's so kind, Tim. You have not said anything about it to me personally. Do you like Volume 2? Do you care? Do you like Volume 2 a lot?
You didn't give me a copy for free. And if I don't have something for free, I'm not touching it.
I'll give Tim one before he leaves, and we'll get his feedback next week on the podcast. But thank you. Bible is Funny Card Game Volume 2 is out, and it's been really well received. So thanks, everybody. That'll also be in the show notes. But it's been too long. It's time we got back to business.
Let's do it.
It's time we got down to the business of Christian movies. Tim, what did you do? What were you even doing not watching Christian movies all summer?
It's not watching Christian movies.
What did you?
Does it matter? As long as I'm not watching. It?
No. Were you like, I can't. I just.
No, I'm glad we started. I'm glad we like eased into it with something not super cringy this time.
Ooh.
Sorry, early take.
Early spoiler. We're going to do Christian Movies Are Funny. That's a segment of the podcast, if you're new, where we review a Christian movie. We've done so many of these, and I love this practice. And Tim is kind enough to do it with me. So we are going to review a Christian movie. The Christian movie we're going to do today is also the name of, I imagine, many cool young adult college groups. Don't you think?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. This is called The Gathering. Today's Christian movie. Tim, what do we need to know about The Gathering before we go any further into today's podcast?
You have to know right off the bat that The Gathering is the name of several movies out there, so make sure you're getting the right one. This is The Gathering Christian movie 1998.
98.
There's several out there. I think one has Christina Ricci in it, if you remember her.
Come on.
But it's like a scary one. But yeah, this film from 1998 is written by Danny Corrales and Michael Martin, directed also by Danny Corrales. I know you're going to be shocked by this, but it was filmed in Lynchburg, Virginia.
Why do I know that place?
You've been there once or twice.
It's the home of a famous...
The Liberty University. Yeah. And
That's right.
Jerry Falwell and Jerry Falwell Jr.
Both.
Both of them.
We're up there.
So this film stars Suzanne Jones as the underground Bible study person. She's called like the Screamer or something. I know there's when you look at like IMDb for these weird one-off movies, like the order in which people appear is funny, or like top billing on their credits list like is not like a normal movie, just so you all know. Anyway, so this character was like known as the underground Bible study Screamer or something. Anyway, Daniel Cruz as Michael, the main guy. He also plays Christian in the 2008 version of Pilgrim's Promise.
Progress?
Whatever. What did I say? He's in a couple episodes of Young and the Restless.
Yeah.
He looks... So to me, tell me what you think. He looks like the character from Wings. Did you ever watch that TV show? Brian?
I think I've seen a couple, but...
Okay. So he looks a little bit like him, mixed with Jeremy Allen White. A little bit like dude from The Bear. Yeah. Anyway, that's just my hot take. Lori Staley, as Lisa. She also stars in Escape from Hell with Daniel Cruz, which is also another Danny Corrales film. Several of these people are in that film.
This is the Danny Corrales crew.
Julie Jenny as Alex Matthews. She's also in Escape from Hell.
Dr. Matthews.
Dr. Matthews
please,
to me.
She didn't get a PhD for nothing.
Joseph Marcus as Dustin.
Yeah, the kid.
Yeah, the kid. And funny enough, in here, it's spelled Dustun several times in IMDb, but that's not how it is in the credits. I looked it up. David Lowe as Captain Lang. He's the only one that has a picture on IMDb, but you don't know what anybody's really done. You haven't watched anything else they've been in. Yeah, I think police captain. I don't know.
From the grocery store, maybe.
I only named him because he's the only person with a picture on IMDb.
Headshot. Good for you.
Yeah. So he's important.
Yeah. All right. We have a synopsis. Do we have anything else background-wise we need to know before we jump in?
Yeah, I can give you the synopsis if you want.
Give it to me.
This doesn't count as a spoiler alert, right?
I don't know.
Okay.
Does it spoil the movie?
It shouldn't. It's like reading the back cover of a book.
All right.
If you plan on reading the book, which I don't. IMDb synopsis says... Michael Carey's world turns upside down when the successful marketing executive catches a glimpse of the near future. These visions could not come at a worse time for his marriage, his job, or his friendships. Michael struggles to understand the meaning of the messages and must convince his loved ones that Jesus will soon return.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Movie's called The Gathering. It's from 1998. It's for free on YouTube. We'll put the link there in the show notes if you want to check it out. Quick bit of business before we go any further. We, up until this point in our life, have never made a Christian movie or a full-length movie of any kind. So we like to say that it's a tough thing. It's a tough gig. And what we do here, we consume the movies. These Christian movies are available to watch and consume, and then we discuss it here and with you, our friends. This is about the movie. This is about The Gathering, the 1998 movie. I don't know Danny Corrales. I don't know these people. So this is no indictment on their character, the type of people they are. We don't know them. We don't know enough to say anything about that. And so I don't want you to form any opinions in that way either, because none of us know these people. Well, maybe you do know Danny Corrales. I'll say this, and then your opinions about him may pre-exist or exist after this podcast. But we don't know those people. So we're just talking about the movie. We're going to discuss this film that they worked very hard to make, and then they put it out in the world for people to watch. What I'm going to do is read a little bit of a deeper synopsis that just sort of enables us all to watch the film. This is 1998. The Tampa Bay Rays had just moved into the area as a professional sports franchise. It was a long time ago. So maybe you saw it back when it came out. You forgot about it. Maybe you haven't seen it. Maybe this is a little treat for you because you've never seen this before. But this will catch you up to speed. So as we discuss, you'll know what we're talking about. You may also pause right now and go watch the movie. No spoilers, because from here on out, there will be spoilers. Again, the link is in the show notes. If you'd like to go watch the film, just click on that link, slip out the back quietly. Please don't disturb anybody, and we'll give you a second just to do that now if that's your choice. Okay. Thanks for coming back. Thanks for sticking around. Let's dive in. Here's my little bit deeper synopsis of The Gathering with spoilers. Michael and his family are living, laughing, and loving their way through life when suddenly they are each individually plagued by visions of the second coming of Christ. These visions affect them deeply and alter nearly everything about their life. Michael is emboldened to share his faith at the law firm / International Technology Corporation where he works. Lisa, his wife, begins to second guess her lifelong commitment to agnosticism. Dr. Matthews, his mother-in-law, even considers being kind to Jewish people. Famine, wars, diseases, and occasional dips in the stock market leave humanity scrambling for answers. But ultimately, no matter how many times Michael beats his coworkers at tennis or confesses near infidelities to his wife, he cannot convince them to see the truth. And while Michael is eventually raptured to the sweet by and by, he sadly does so knowing that his wife, his mother-in-law, his father-in-law, his boss, his tennis-playing coworker, buddy, and one lone kid on an elementary school playground are left behind to deal with the hellish tribulation to come.
I wish we'd all been ready.
That's the movie.
That's it.
59 minutes.
Rapture usually takes less time than that.
A blink of an eye.
Blink of an eye, they
Like
say.
a thief in the night. Let's break this down, Tim. What was something that was shocking to you about this movie?
The whole scene of Lisa and Michael like arguing, having like the marriage discussion about church and God and whatever in front of Dustin, their son.
Dustin, please.
Dustin. So in front of Dustin, the son, like it's not in front of him. He's in the room and he can hear them.
Yeah.
But like clearly within earshot, like
right.
They're saying some really odd things, and one of them was. She says something she's talking about like how her husband has brought God into their relationship, and she yells at him, "You have turned our marriage into a threesome." And I was like, "Oh, that's a funny choice of words for bringing God into a relationship." I wouldn't choose that. I certainly probably wouldn't say that in front of my kid.
Yeah.
But then the other shocking thing that was also almost a high point. She says, "Are you telling me the only reason you didn't have an affair is because of Jesus and not because you love me?" And then like their kid like hears that and goes, "Arr?"
Yeah.
That look was priceless.
It was a really
and
great,
that's got to be in our trailer or whatever we put out there.
It was a great cut. Record scratch. The kid just coloring, looks right to camera. Yeah, that was very funny.
It was great.
All that was worded so weird. If we could just dig in on that. So that was my low point. That whole scene.
Oh, the whole fight scene
was my low point. So Michael starts this premise going like, I want to convince you that my faith is a good thing, and in doing so, like, sort of confesses to to considering an affair.
Yeah, to spice things up.
Because he thought he needed.
Because that's what you do instead of a sports car or like a trip or a guy's trip or something. You go like, I wonder if I should have an affair. That seems like a choice to make.
And so he kind of like presents that, which is like, I guess, again, in the heat of a conversation, and certainly doesn't, there's so much nuance to that you would maybe want to bring that up if you were going to bring it up at a different time. And then, her comments about, it just seems like you like God more than me. There's just a lot of like, the whole scene was like, what are we?
And earlier on the playground scene, when like they're talking about the negative effect of, and I'm not here to like defend evangelical Christianity as it was in 1998.
Yeah.
But they're coming in saying, like on the playground, she goes, Michael tried to get Dustin to go to church. At least he's more attentive and not nearly as self-centered as he used to be. Like, about their kid. And I like, yeah, I get what you're saying here. Like, you're saying a positive, kind of saying within the negative connotations of your husband taking your kid to church, but like, you haven't actually said anything bad about it. So it makes me think like you don't really hate the idea.
That was the whole vibe. Was like,
just very confusing.
There was no like real genesis for why are you upset. We're not yet. We don't know why you're upset.
Yeah,
you just seem to be mad that he's going to church, and that was kind of across the movie. Like, why is Dr. Matthews so mad at everyone?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Mm-hmm. She just is. Mm-hmm. That's just how they are.
Mm-hmm.
The non-raptured. They're just mean and nasty.
Mm-hmm.
That scene was particularly brutal.
So that was your low point. What was your shocking?
That was my low point. What was shocking to me was exactly how many stereotypical Christian movie motifs we fit into one movie. Like, it was almost impressive, right? Like, so the Rapture movies, we've seen them. Mm-hmm. We've done them here. If you've been around for a while, that's a motif. It's everybody. It's about to happen. It's about to happen. Then you get a teacher like being mean to Christians too. Okay, that's a motif. That's like its own movie. Then you get a guy at work and he's trying to be a Christian at work, and so it was just like it was a real like jamming together of all these Christian movie like concepts, and they put them all into one movie. And I was impressed because you got all of them in.
Right, including all the conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
Well, really just the one, but they're all kind of lumped into.
Right.
The New World Order is controlling all the other conspiracy theories.
Yes, New World Order. Mm-hmm. Yeah, which is like all connected to the UN, which was implied in the movie. I thought
obviously
that was like clear. That was what was most shocking to me. What's okay? Give me a character you want to see less of.
Easy, Dr. Alex Matthews.
Dr. Matthews.
She was
100%.
just mean. She believes she's here to shatter everyone's world. Like, that's verbatim what she said.
Yeah.
She just doesn't, and then like she doesn't get later on that she's just being mean.
Right.
Like, it's just mean. She has no reason to just be mean. She can disagree. She can be an adult, but she chooses not to do that. And she doesn't get that like she's going to get fired for just straight up being mean.
Right.
And she can't turn it off, which seems wrong. That seems like, honestly, it seems like a woman wouldn't have that characteristic. And I know that's pretty sexist. But I think the dude is usually the one who is like the most arrogant. That's like, I just be mean. I'm not compromising my beliefs.
She was almost giving, I was thinking, what's the Harry Potter, Umbridge. It's almost like Umbridge energy.
Yeah.
How like, there's not even
you're just like,
logic to
who
it.
hurt you?
It was undefensible, and it was almost became a bit in the movie,
right?
Of like, so this teacher, she's a professor, and the first interaction we see is like a student comes up and they have like just a very typical God's Not Dead conversation about like, I didn't know I needed to be
an
not a
atheist
Christian
to
be
take
in
this class.
and blah, blah, blah. And then they have that exchange. Then she's like on some sort of like trial kind of like thing. Like she's under review, I guess to be the word. Like she's going to her...
Because she's had 100 complaints about her.
She's got a file full...
For being mean.
...of both Christians and Jewish people.
Right.
Was tossed in there. So it's just like, wow, you're really being mean to a lot of people.
Those are the only two religions.
So then they get down to... that's funny. That was a good comment. Then they get down to like this meeting she's in where her job is like we're led to believe her job is very much on the line. And the guy just kind of looks at her or the other side that's like coming after her, these mean Christian advocacy group guys, are like in her mind, that's who they are. They say, our request is that you're just nice to people that are in your class. Mm-hmm. That's the extent of the conversation. They weren't like, you got to get in front of everybody and say it was a 7-day creation and Ken Ham was right about it all. Like it was none of that. It was literally in this meeting room. They were like, hey, we just would really think it would be kind of a better academic environment for everybody if you would just kind of not display sort of an obvious negative disposition towards this.
Treat everybody equally. At least be mean to everyone equally.
She was like, how dare you? Who do you think you are?
Right.
If I compromise on this, and which literally compromise on what? This is just about being nice.
Right.
We have not talked about any subject.
Right.
We've just talked about being nice.
Right.
That's it. Mm-hmm. And she couldn't do it. No. She wouldn't do it. And then in the end times, I think she was the Antichrist. I think you could watch this movie and take away that she was the Antichrist. What was a character you want to see more of?
It wasn't like a person, but the nostalgia of it all. Mm-hmm. I want to see more of that. There wasn't anybody that like stood out to me, but like the rapture in the sky looked like an old, like when they showed that glob, it looked like an old screensaver.
Oh yeah.
That would move and like does that like bubble thing and it warps the screen. Uh-huh. Like that brought me back and I was like, oh man, that's 1998 right there.
That's technology.
And then like the website that he pulls up from 1998 with the red heifer in there and stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, this is great. This is how we used to peruse the internet. This was all we had back then, folks.
Yeah.
It brought me back and made me happy.
I made a note about that site because it was like a very...
Is it real?
Prominent... Oh, I should have looked that up. I didn't. It was like something Ministries. Jack Van Imp Ministries. And that was very in focus.
Right.
I was like, is this like a... Then I thought that was going to connect to the rabbi that showed up later, and it was not the same guy because that was Rabbi, another name. He wasn't listed in your credits.
Not in my credits. That was it was Rabbi. Well, his name was Rabbi
Marcus. Marcus was his name.
In the credits, he's just listed as Rabbi.
Yeah.
But it's David Party.
It was fun it was very fun. It's just the old cell phones, like the old flip. It's fun. It's cool. I'm with you on that.
Made me feel good.
Character I wanted to see more of was, and I alluded to it in my open, it was the kid left on the playground. Right? So one thing, every movie like this, generally, the notion among this people that make movies in this school of thought is that all the kids go. Like, all the kids go.
Give them a pass.
They all go.
Age of understanding.
To heaven. And most of the kids went in this movie. But they're all playing on the playground with these teachers. And like one kid is like, there's a shot of the kid on the playground. So I want to know, what was this kid into? Mm-hmm. What is the story? I need more. Like this, to me, this kid is like a mafia boss. It's like this kid is in deep on some stuff.
Right. And part of me wonders if that was planned, like by the kid. Because like you notice the kid has the whole playground to himself. Do anything he wants. I don't have to listen to anybody. I don't have to share. I don't have to wait to go down the slide.
The kid might have been the Antichrist. I don't know. But there was something going on with this kid who was left on this playground.
He's done some things.
That's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. The kid has done some things, and I need to know the kid did.
Things.
Why did the kid get left behind? Okay, let's go. Character that reminded you of me.
This is easy. Dustin, man. Dustin.
Yeah.
Man, this kid is just going along for the ride. He's down for whatever. I mean, he doesn't want his parents to get divorced, but then it happens. It doesn't really happen. You can't not like Dustin. This is my point. That look, especially that made me love him.
Yeah.
Just right away. That like, what do you say about divorce? After he hears about his mom and dad's potential divorce, that kind of sealed it. Plus his drawing skills, like these are on par with you. Just right.
That's hurtful.
In line.
Just draws his dad with a circle and a straight line.
Straight line over his head. Is that hair or a hat?
Yeah, some sort of just flat visor.
Idiot kid.
That feels like underhanded, a lot of it, but I receive it. My character for you, and this just felt like it was like straight out of a scene. It was Mike, and it's for the tennis scene, 100%, because you and I have played a lot of tennis together, and he hits a shot, and the other guy, this is what really sealed it. It was like hits a really good shot, and then the other guy runs after it so hard that he runs into the fence. And I was like, we played a lot of tennis together, and typically I'm running that hard to try to get it, and you hit it skillfully, and I can't reach it.
Maybe pickleball.
And then I hit the fence.
Not tennis anymore.
And that's why it reminded me. That's why Mike reminded me.
I appreciate that. I accept.
I'm gonna just check this. This just went to screensaver. I just want to make sure it's still recording.
I wish we'd all been ready. There's no time to change your mind.
Good news.
The sun has come.
And you've been left behind. We're back. We were recording the whole time too, which is great. Okay, give me a low point in the film, Tim.
Low point, like, as much as I love the nostalgia, the like fire burn cuts in between all of them, like it just got a little excessive.
Yeah.
Like, so in between when they're like seeing the rapture happening before it's actually happening, you get these like burn cuts, and then they go into like not a monotone, just a muted tone view of the rapture, of like what real life is like, and that was fine. That was good to like get you in the right setting. But the burns were just a little excessive, and then you burn to come back to reality too. That was just a little much.
Yeah, it was a transition. I think that's probably right. My low point was the marital conversation that happened in front of the kid. It involved there's all that it entailed. So transitions were tough. Give me a high point.
High points for me. There was like some stuff like that Michael did. He was pretty fun and had like some subtle lines that I really liked. But like, at one point he's like has this vision of the rapture or whatever. He's looking out his office window, and he talks to God, and it sounded like he's talking to God like God's a puppy. And he's like, Lord, what are you trying to say? Did I just have a vision? And it sounded like him going like, what is it, boy? Is it bad? Like, you want to go outside?
Yeah.
So that was funny. And then at one point, Michael's like looking through some. He's reading reports of all like the end time stuff, earthquakes and diseases and stuff. And he's like, man, he just drops this line like sort of under his breath, and he goes, man, these viruses are horrible. Like, what a line! Like,
this doesn't seem
like Home Alone.
Good.
Like, what a hole! These viruses are horrible. None of them are really good.
There's not a good one.
Great one out there, as far as I know.
That's funny. My high point was his work buddy, not the tennis guy, the other guy that walks up on him when he's like, God, did I have a vision? And when by the way, viewer, when he's
with the long hair.
Yeah. Kind of looked like Jesus. I almost thought it was like a...
Right, I was waiting for it.
Yeah, it was like a reveal that was Jesus.
I think part 2 is that guy is the Antichrist.
Oh, yeah. Well, that would check. The guy working at his... Did the workplace confuse you? I was so confused by the workplace.
Yeah, I mean, they're making credit cards or something.
Right.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, he's a lawyer.
The
like,
Omni card.
I was like, he's a lawyer. Like, I never once
agreed.
questioned in my mind the way he dressed, the way his office... I was like, he's a lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
You're giving me all the cues. And then they were like... We've invented a credit card. And I was like, huh, well, that's different. And then you said, in the synopsis, it said he worked at a marketing firm. So, I don't know. But my boy, was his buddy at the office who was like, he dropped a great line that was like, you had a vision of a rapture? I wish that would happen to me. Like,
I never get a web show.
he just was like this great, like, little understudy character of like, everybody at work thinks you're such a good Christian. Nobody even knows I'm a Christian. Like, he just was like...
You can change that, bud.
Right. You just... Everything was... And then he was like, where do you learn about all this end time stuff? And he was like, come with me tonight and I'll show you. And he took him to his cool rabbi Bible study. And even there, this Michael's main character energy just takes over the room and he's asking questions. And his little buddy's like, I wish I was noticed.
My I had an honorable mention for The High Point. I don't know if you picked up on it, but about halfway through, I heard it as the All My Life song by Casey and JoJo.
Yeah.
The melody was playing over the top of the whatever was happening.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's their song. They ripped off their song. And I looked it up, and that song was also released in like 97, 98. So, yeah, they absolutely stole it.
Yeah. Just that little piano.
But it was nice. It was kind of fit with the nostalgia stuff that I was missing.
Can we discuss for a moment the Omni card?
Is there an Omni card in real life?
No, it's a huge pain in the butt. Like, here's my thing, is first of all, they pitched the Omni card and immediately, this is what was so wild about it.
The Omni card, for those of you who haven't watched yet,
okay, thank you.
Is like credit card. It's got your social security information.
Right.
It's got everything like you would ever need inside this card.
Right.
Something that could easily be lost
or stolen. And yet the person promoting the product is like, this is going to cut down on people stealing things.
All you have to do is take one thing from one person.
Now I just have to steal one thing. Like, it used to be a spread out thing. Now I just have to steal one thing. I don't know how that's going to... He said it would cut down on crime and death. And I was like, boy, those are some dots we're trying to connect. This is a card. How would it do either of those things? But here's what I'll say on the flip side. This is going to make some people upset, maybe. Mm-hmm. If we could just so that every doctor I go to for myself and my kid, I don't have to fill out the same dang paperwork every single time.
Mm-hmm. Even on multiple forms at the same office for the same visit.
Office.
And then they ask you next time, has anything changed? You go, no.
No.
Okay, cool. Well, then fill this out.
So tell me one more time about your family's heart history. There's no update.
Dude,
Can I do an update?
I am 100% with you.
There's like part of me that's like, okay, I've seen enough of these movies. I'd be super like not cool with a hand chip.
I disagree.
But if you told me that was on a card, I'd be like, I
don't want it on a card. I do want it in the chip.
You can't take the chip, Tim.
I'm doing the chip. It's so much more convenient. We're doing it with our dogs already. If they had money, they could pay for their vet visits on their own. Just hobble over to the vet store.
What if you could load money on your dog's?
Why not?
You go to the vet.
There's a chip in your credit card. Why can't we put that in your wrist? I'm not against this if it's convenient.
Picking Winnie up.
If I'm gonna live in the end times, which I'm being told I am, at least make it convenient for me.
I mean, there's lots of people that think they've been putting chips in us for a long time.
Right.
So it's like, how many chips do I have in me already? And can one of them be helpful?
Yeah, I'm sure
Can one
a couple
of them
of
boost
them
the
are.
Wi-Fi in my radius or something? Why am I not getting any practical use?
Right.
It can't be that interesting
Like
to
some
track
sort of
me at all times.
antenna to gather signal from a
What if it was a
radio
walkie?
program.
What if it was like a walkie
That's fine.
and we could like they used to do on the cufflink?
Oh yeah.
That was the Omni card, and it showed up here. It was an odd introduction, and then this was I didn't know where to put this, but it was a moment. Michael's talking to his boss about the Omni card, and he starts like going on about like, and soon the card won't be enough, and you'll want to make it into a chip. And he's like, "How did you know that? That's a company secret." Wild, because they just released the Omni card a day ago, and they're already like, we can't do the card. The card's over. Car's been on the market for 24 hours. We're done with it. We're moving on to the chip.
Get to the chip.
And then Michael starts like giving him a vision of his life. And he's like, but then you don't realize what you've started. You'll be the first one to get it. And then the company will think it's great. And you'll go home that day and you'll think, it's a little cold in here. You'll turn the temperature up a little bit. And then all of a sudden, everyone will have to get the card. And then they'll have to get the chip. And your son won't get the chip. And you'll be like, come on, son, why'd you? But the phone will be cutting out. So he'll be like, I can't really hear you, Dad. And you're like, Michael, what? We're so deep in this. Why are you spelling out in such great detail?
Now Michael's the Antichrist.
What?
Right? I hate to break it to you.
Jeez Louise. He was pulling the strings on the Omni card the whole time. Mm-hmm. He's got all the access. Okay, let's get to the big conclusion here. How many raised hand emoji? How many chipped raised hand emojis do you give this?
I'll give it 2. So you know, it's strong in the fact that the story makes sense, and that doesn't always happen.
Yeah.
In these films that you make me watch, and they wove together like multiple characters. Like at first you think they're like disparate and they don't interact, and then all of a sudden they come together, they're all family members, and they're like all kind of telling the story together. And I'm like, yeah, okay, they did an okay job with that. Like sure there's like some traditional Christian movie stuff that's not good. Lighting and whatever is pretty bad, and there was no cringiness, but and most of the camera shots were pretty good, but otherwise like the story was kind of like meh. I don't know if there's anything out there that says like you gotta watch this thing.
Right.
There was that really weird under the chin camera angle of
what
the
was
professor.
the scene?
It was like the professor and her buddy, like in the rotunda of the university, and like the one shot of the whole film, where it was like under their chin, and it was like, why? That was a choice. That was a choice.
Typically, you want to do that to make them seem real big, and I didn't get anything out of it.
You're just one time in a one really weird spot.
I thought there was an interesting subtext going on. I thought that buddy of hers was into her, and there was like some kind of like
Ashley
separate. No, the work buddy, college coworker guy, because he was just like undyingly devoted. It was almost like a Snape, Lily Potter type, like, I just am so committed to you. And then I thought the other bit we didn't get into, but I think is interesting, her teacher buddy, so Michael's wife's teacher buddy,
Ashley
was very cute. And I was like, when Michael was like, I thought a lot about cheating on you, I was like,
she'd have been the one.
I think we know. It'd be
kind of hard to pull that off.
Ultimately, he didn't do it. Not because he loved her, though.
Because of Jesus.
Don't get that twisted. Don't have any rating? Did you give it a rating?
I gave it 2.
2.
I gave it 2.
Yeah. I had a hard time.
It wasn't weird enough to deserve more, and it wasn't bad enough to deserve less.
That's exactly where I fell. I was like, 2 feels low based on quality. So, but then again, like almost none of them are quality movies. So this is like, I'm looking for something, some kind of charm, some kind of something. I actually did think Mike was very good.
Yeah.
I liked him. I kind of for a moment was like, why did he
Even
not do?
like the actor that did the professor, who I didn't like, or
Yeah,
was
yeah,
like,
she was fine.
I think she was following the director's lead. I think she stuck with that character. It had no development or change, but like
You know, who
she
needs
stuck
it?
with it. It's not her fault.
Right.
Like if it's not written in the script for your character to change, then you don't
can't.
change. That's
I thought the acting was fine. I thought the production was
Yeah.
fine. But I wanted to say 3. That's what I wrote. I wrote 3.
Yeah,
But between us, there's not really a reason to watch it. It's not like you want something a little bit more to talk about afterward.
wow.
That's what you're looking for.
Yeah, I agree.
And it's a
agree.
59-minute, like,
It is quick. That's helpful.
it's quick. And it moved, man. Like, it was, like you said, the story wove together fine. Everybody was the same age, which was a little tricky.
I'm pretty white. It's like 2 black folks in the whole.
The one guy was he was leading the underground Bible
Right.
study. Yeah.
He was a good character though. I liked him.
I think he was onto something, but that Karen lady sold him right out.
That's where the girl, like when you look up the Screamer,
Yeah.
that's where that came in, the underground Bible study Screamer, because then the guys come in with guns,
Yeah.
and the only thing you see of this girl is she runs off into a room, has a red laser pointed on her forehead, and she
Yeah.
just.
Dude, that scene is worth talking about
She
collectively.
gets it in the credits.
Because there's like an underground, this is very typical, this is end timesy kind of stuff, and they're huddled, they're this kind of like secret church idea, and you're kind of like, he's like, we got to stick together, and you're like, I wonder who's gonna, and while this is going on, there are like the New World Order's like police people are coming in, I guess. I don't know who they were, but they had guns and they were coming to mess things up. So you're like, I wonder who in the group was the leaky faucet. I wonder who was the rat. And it's like this guy leading, and then the Michael's wife is in this. This is all a vision. And she's kind of like scared a little bit. And then there's one lady who like in the conversation was like, I don't know, maybe this new leader really is the Messiah. And you're like,
Becky.
I think that's where your problem was. I think we probably collectively should have stopped inviting Becky, because you can't be saying stuff like that, Becky, or this is going to happen. So when it comes to the end, if you find yourself in the end times, you know you want to be a little picky with your group. I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like Becky, if you're thinking that, you can't come anymore.
Yeah.
We're not telling you where the next one is.
Yeah.
2 or 3 stars feels right. I don't think we do halves, but 2.5.
I've done a half.
Would feel.
I think I've done a half before.
Because of the effort. I'm okay with this as an offering. They were all the same age. I came off that point too fast. Like Michael and his wife and his in-laws were all in a room at one point, and you were like, hold on, everybody's the same age in here. Not Dust Dunn. He was obviously younger. 2.5 stars is our average for The Gathering. Not Magic the Gathering.
Good. Well, I'm glad we're done with that one.
We're back.
And we're back.
Is the better news. We're back. Thanks for your patience while we got some things figured out. And send us your movies. This one we found on our own, because we're capable of doing that.
You say we.
This is what I found on my own. I had a lot of tabs open too. I almost wish you could be there with me when I'm like breaking down, 20 to see which one we need to get to. But you can be a part of this conversation, because you can send us a movie that we need to watch at The Bible is Funny on Instagram. Send us the movie that we need to watch next. We'll review it. We'll consume it. We'll discuss it together.
Sorry, this is Instagram.com.
Instagram.com.
Okay, I can look this up.
That's the website you want to go to.
Okay.
Hey, it's so good to be back. We missed you. Again, thanks for your patience. Thanks for coming along for the ride. And we'll be back here with another podcast really soon.